word marriage, immediately think about a man and a woman. Marriage is a legal relationship between a man and a woman. It means a family is set up. This word gives people rights and responsibilities. But marriage does not should be have to between a man and a woman. Among billions of human beings, there is a small group. They're different from majority of us. Their name is gay, and include gays and lesbians, is male and female. Most of us straight guys. It means we love the person who has opposite sex. We love, and because this gays, they love person who have same-sex mates, so their relationship always always are not to be recognized, and they are not blessed, and they cannot get married with mates who they love. I think it's unfair. So my view is the same-sex marriage should be legal in the United States. I have 3 reasons. Same-sex love is not psycho or abnormal. Same-sex marriage does not conflict with procreation of human beings, and legalization of same-sex marriage also protect heterosexuals. First reason, many people don't support same-sex marriages because they think same-sex love are abnormal. They think same-sex love is a kind of mental disease. So maybe these people, gays and lesbians, they are affected by some bad experiences when they were young, or they just do it for exciting. A lot of people is thinking their thoughts like that. So this behavior should be correct and should be stopped. 50 years ago, maybe the majority of people will agree with this idea, but at that time, once a gay or lesbian were found out, maybe they will be sent to hospital to accept a cure regime, or they could be required to confess and could be treated in a very rude way. But now this view is totally wrong. Let's read some history information about it. In the in ancient times, the people's opinion toward the same-sex people more tolerant. According to Ruth Mitchell's article, she said she read her research in her article, Same-Sex Marriage and Marriage. She said in ancient European society, homosexuals were outstanding, influential, and respected. They left many precious heritage, no matter what religions or secular society. Until Christianity became the dominant religion, homosexuality went underground and were prohibited. So, but the good news was in 1973, the American Psychiatric Association, they deleted the same-sex from their list of mental diseases, and before long, American Psychological Association and American Medical Association did the same thing for it. They also deleted the same-sex from the list of the mental disease. And in 1975, the U.S. Civil Service Commission delay the employment prohibition of gays and lesbians. Until today, it has been 40 years. So at present, a lot of people who have changed their prejudice about gays and lesbians. They don't discriminate them anymore. It's a big progress. Gay and lesbians cannot have children is another important reason that a lot of people don't support them. Apparently, same-sex couples cannot give birth to a baby, but it's not appropriate reason to resist a same-sex marriage because, for example, in 1989, Denmark developed a concept of registered partnerships and admitted same-sex marriage. Their population does not decline, but is stable, and their marriage rate is also stable. So, in addition, if the reason is that gays cannot give birth to baby is to resist same-sex marriage, let me think about some heterosexuals' behavior. How about those heterosexual couples? They also cannot give birth to baby because some diseases, or some heterosexual couples they don't have desire for baby, and some heterosexual couples they have enough abilities to raise baby and even abandon their children. So if same-sex couples have right to get married, and they will be contribute to adopt children, such as they can if they have the right to adopt children, they they will contribute to procreation of human beings. Besides, no evidence shows that same-sex couples, same-sex families will affect children's health growth. For instance, in an interview, President Obama mentioned that his daughters have friends whose parents are same-sex couples, but these children are just like other peers. There are not huge difference between them. So the third reason is about protect most of us heterosexuals. Although the population of heterosexuals accounts for absolute majority in society, like you and me, but in the marriage with homosexuals, they will be, heterosexuals will be the victims. So in order to protect ourselves, legalization of same-sex marriage is necessary. But marriage is a basic right of citizens. Legalization of same-sex marriage is good to eliminate discriminations and misunderstandings. As I know, a gay who are under the pressure of the family and the secular visions has to marry with a person who get married with a person that opposite sex. They will. It's definitely a sad story. So there is a very ridiculous video about gays and lesbians. The gays said, if you don't support gays, we will marry your girlfriend. And the lesbian said, if you don't support lesbians, I will marry your boyfriend. It sounds interesting, but if we don't change our minds, this is going to happen. And the people who get hurt will not only one. So, okay, I see it's not easy to completely accept same-sex marriage for a lot of people. Nonetheless, I still hope you can try to think about it in a new way through the three reasons that I said before. So at present, there are several countries and have legitimate same-sex marriage, such as Denmark, Norway, Sweden, and South Africa. And some countries they admit civil unions. It's another term. It's not totally equal to same-sex marriage, but it's a step forward. Such as Ireland and Mexico, they have this laws. And in United States, they have by now there has been 13 states have admitted same-sex marriage. This is not all of the states. It's just a part of it. So last year, President Obama also announced that he supported same-sex marriage to win votes. It proves most of Americans' opinion. So therefore, same-sex marriage should be legal in the United States. That's it. Thank you.